What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the Dapper Snapper Gaming channel, and welcome back to UNPL Week 6. And we are in for a treat today as we face one of the toughest teams in the entire league. And we're going to try, emphasis on try, to take a win today. We had a rough loss last week, again, a really rough matchup. We've lost every match that we've kind of gone into thinking we had a rough matchup, so hopefully we can turn that around today, but we will just have to see. Before we jump into that, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. As you can see, most people who watch the channel are not subscribed, so please don't be one of those people. Help us to reach our goal of 4,000 by the end of this year, and go ahead and press that sub button. Then make sure that you click the bell so you're notified when new videos are uploaded, and share the video with your friends. Before we get started, of course, we're going to do a quick little team builder for you. And as you can see, this team is very scary. Like I said, my opponent is undefeated so far in this season, so it's an uphill battle as it is, but we've got a plan that may or may not work out. We'll just have to see. But we're facing the Iron Valiant team, and Iron Valiant is basically one of, if not the best mons in draft, right? It's always going to be between this and Dragapult. We actually did beat the Dragapult team, but this Valiant team is just insane. We've got the newly buffed Empoleon, which is just so good. It's got amazing typing, it's got good stats, it got some really cool new toys with the DLC. Really good. Glamora, always a good threat, and it's a Terra Captain, which makes it even more threatening. Rillaboom, which while Grassy Glide did get nerfed, this thing is still a threat, so got to be careful there. Hydreigon, always a great choice mon, maybe your Nasty Plot, that kind of thing. Really good special attacker. You've got Delphox, another really potent Terra Captain on this team. Zapdos, one of the best mons in the game, basically. It's always going to be good. Mamoswine, which also got buffed a little bit. That's a favorite. If I didn't take Ursaluna, I was really wanting to take this. Then we've got Mismagius, and we also have the Wigglytuff. Now, one thing I want to point out before I start going through what I'm doing here is that over the course of the first 5 weeks, I have been kind of looking at this team and, kind of watching the locker room footage, as it were. And so basically my opponent has not brought the Delphox, the Mismagius, or the Wigglytuff to any of the matches so far. So I'm hoping that that continues, right? So basically it has been the other mons minus Rillaboom basically every week. And 2 of the weeks he's brought Rillaboom instead of one or the other in place of one of the other mods. So basically we've got a pretty good idea of what my opponent likes to bring. And so we're kind of going off of that assumption, hoping that that we will continue in that thread. My opponent could completely mix things up and I just lose off rip because of that, but we kind of made a lot of assumptions, and that was kind of our plan. I mean because Danny Mac helped me out a lot for this matchup, so huge shout outs to him. So what is the first mon that we are bringing this week? It is Meowscarada, and Meowscarada, of course, is always going to be a potent threat, but we are bringing mostly special Meowscarada this week as we are max special attack. We are bringing this in order to catch the Zapdos. Zapdos basically always comes in on this trying to get it to get paralyzed, and so it was either this or run something like Protective Pads and just U-turn, but I think that this is a little bit better. With Protean and the Power Gem, we actually can two-shot pretty much any Zapdos, and so that's kind of huge, and we're faster naturally. I don't think Scarf Zapdos comes here. It's probably going to be Boots if I were to guess, and so we should be able to two-shot that if it wants to come in. That's really, really good. Next up, we've got Moltres, and this is a very standard, specially defensive set. We've got Terra Electric again this week. We probably are not going to Terra this, but it is a backup option if we need to. And we've got the Air Slash, of course, to take a hit from the Valiant, and then if we're hit on the physical side, then we might burn with that Flame Body, U-turn, Roost, and heat of the week here, Tailwind. Tailwind is a really, really fun tech that will help us to outspeed a lot of his team. There's a lot of really, really strong and fast threats on his team, and we just need a little bit of a boost so that we can maintain our power while still being faster. There's another reason that we're bringing Tailwind though, and that's because Brambleghast is coming off the bench once again. We brought it last week, it didn't really do anything. I'm hoping that this week it does a little bit better. With the Wind Rider ability, it gets a free +1 anytime it comes in under Tailwind, and it also is immune to most of the moves that a Zapdos would want to go for, right? So if you want to go for a Heat Wave on Meowscarada, then this eats that for free and gets a +1 boost. Plus, it's normally weak to that, so maybe my opponent will forget. Who knows? And also Hurricane, same thing. We're also immune to Hurricane, and we get a +1 boost to our attack there too. So there's a lot of good going on here, and so I would love for this to put in some work. In mocks, it actually did pretty good, so I'm looking forward to this. We're running triple Ghost move just to make sure that if we don't need to click Poltergeist, then we don't have to, and that's mainly for if the Iron Valiant happens to be booster energy, because we would need the power there from Terra Blast in order to KO if it is booster energy. If it's anything else, then we're okay. We're really hoping that it's not booster energy, although booster energy goes crazy into my team. Next up, we've got Hatterene, and so Hatterene is going to be a possible late game Trick Room sweeper. Like I said, my opponent has a really fast team, and so if we don't have Tailwind up, we could go the other direction and go for Trick Room. There's not a ton that my opponent has for a physically defensive Hatterene, especially in the late game. And then we can kind of Calm Mind around, and Draining Kiss, of course, will help to keep us healthy there. So that's pretty good. Magic Bounce, of course, would help to bounce back any kind of hazards my opponent wants to go for. My opponent has a ton of ways of setting rocks and that kind of thing. So maybe we'll catch that on the switch in maybe and bounce those back. That'd be great. Next up, another Choice Scarf Monkey Dora. We've brought this several times so far, but it's just really good. And so I really, really like it. We're running Parting Shot this week, again, to avoid the static coming off of the Zapdos, because I don't want to make contact. So that's why we're running that over U-Turn. Then we're also running Sludge Wave, Psychic, and Focus Blast just for damage and coverage. Pretty standard stuff there. We have to run Max this week in case my opponent decides to run like Modest Scarf on Mismagius. If that comes, same thing with the Delphox. Those both are one speed tier apart right below Monkey Dory, and so if he brings like Modest Scarf, then we can outspeed that with Modest Scarf. So I had to run out max speed on that, unfortunately. Finally, our dedicated lead, we have Como-O with Throat Spray. Now, this is basically your standard set, right? I've got enough speed here to outspeed a timid max speed Iron Valiant when I'm at +1. Again, if he's booster, then, you know, I'm just going to be slower. But the idea here is to lead this, set up turn 1 if he doesn't lead Valiant, and then just go and see how far it can make it. And we may get a chance to switch this out and keep it for later. I don't know, but basically, we're just going to kind of try to break, and that's the idea. In mocks, we had a couple of games where this just 6-0'd off of the start. I do not expect that to happen here, but it is very, very good into my opponent's team and can help to break and possibly remove a key piece early on, and that piece may or may not end up making the difference in the late game. So basically, yeah, this is our very beginning of the game breaker, and if my opponent doesn't have booster energy on the Valiant or some kind of maybe like Sash Mamoswine or Sash something else, this kind of goes insane. And so we're hoping to see a good performance out of Como-O this week. It's been a little disappointing the last couple of weeks, and so we're hoping for a good showing for that. That is our team for this week. I hope you guys are looking forward to this battle. I'm going to go ahead and join up with Gengar Heracross, the coach of the spine-chilling Gengar, and we'll get right into it. All right, here we go. Searching for our opponent. There he is. Very good. We are joined up with Gengar, and we are going to have a good time here. So what do we see? We do see Mismagius, actually. Okay, that's probably Scarfed, I would think. But everything else is pretty much expected. Zapdos, Hydreigon, Glimmora, which is the Terra captain, Mamo, and Empoleon. So which one did not? No Valiant. No Valiant. Whoa. Yeah, we're definitely leading with this then. He did not bring Iron Valiant. That is surprising. Iron Valiant was so good into my team. Like, I got swept by that in mocks so many times. Like, it was kind of ridiculous. Okay. All right. We'll take it. Yeah, I mean, in fairness, like, that means Ursaluna would have been really good here. We left Ursaluna on the bench, which I guess is why he brought Mismagius. Originally, we had Ursaluna on the squad with Smackdown. Ursaluna looks really good into this version of the team. My goodness. Yeah, it would have gone crazy. But yeah, we're gonna try this as it is. That's crazy. No Valiant. That is absolutely insane. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Here we go. I really need to change that picture. I had Sneasler last season in SSBA, and so I made that my profile, and I just haven't bothered. Zapdos. Okay. We get to see if this is more offensive off rip to see if he wants to go for like a Hurricane. Most of the time, you're just going to click Volt Switch here, not wanting to predict. So I'm just going to click Clangorous Soul. We're faster, so you are not offensive. Okay. Like I said, most of the time he likes to run boots on this. So is this Volt Switch? Maybe. My animation takes forever. He could just Hurricane and miss. Oh. Oh no. That's... I'm sure he's not happy about that. You don't have a fairy. So Clanging Scales is free. Depending on his set, this isn't guaranteed. This is not guaranteed to Oko. But it normally is like, I think it's like a 65% chance to Oko. So it's in our favor slightly, but that miss does hurt. That miss absolutely hurts. I'm really sorry about that. But we already outsped before. We outspeed again. Like I said, could be Scarf Mismagius, and we will find that out if he... Okay, is this Oko? It lives on like one Hurricane. Wow. Lives on like one. That's annoying. I mean, at least we got that thing really low, in fairness. So that's good. But it definitely is not ideal. So, that is certainly interesting. Certainly interesting how that worked out. Let's see. Mismagius, Glamora, Mamo. Monkey Dory is looking really good now. I don't want to Shadow Sneak because I might get staticked. I'll just go into this. Yeah, wow. Yeah, just went for it off rip, which is unfortunate for us. I just click Power Gem here. I'm not going to click a move that makes contact. He should just give this to me, I would think. Yeah, if that KO'd, I think I could have just went nuts if it wasn't like a Scarf variant of Mismagius. It's very possible. He decides to save this. Okay. Saves it as a sack. Goes Hydreigon instead. So are you Scarfed? Are you Scarfed? Because I do have Play Rough here. And I mean, let's be real. My check to... I mean, this is nice to have for Empoleon. But also, what is my Draco switch in? I mean, in fairness, my special wall is KFC. So, let's go that. I mean, for you to go this raw, I mean, that seems like you're probably Scarfed. Because yeah, I guess he was expecting like a knockoff, maybe? I'm not sure what he was expecting there. Knockoff would have been good because I kind of could have turned around and gone for the play rough right afterwards. Flash cannon. Okay. We eat that for breakfast. I'm going to click Tailwind. Yeah, I think you go back into Zapdos here, trying to catch my U-turn. Yep. Back into Zap. Mismagius, okay. Like I said, I think this thing is most likely going to be Scarfed. But I mean, also, I mean, you can click T-Bolt here. But that also gets this in for free. So Bramble under Tailwind. Do you outrun Scarf Mismagius? Yeah, you do by quite a bit. There's no way you click Ghost Move here, right? There's no way. This is super risky. Yeah, in all of my mocks, I had to play super aggressive in order to win. And this is now what I'm having to do. If he clicks Shadow Ball, then this pretty much goes down. Calm Mind. That's fine. That's totally fine. Yeah, that's fine. I just click Poltergeist here, and this goes down guaranteed. If he wants to switch something else in, that's not going to take it. Poltergeist is not a contact move, so yeah, it's not going to trigger anything on Zapdos, so that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Not a contact move, so we don't have to worry about that. Bramble takes out Zapdos. We still got a couple more turns of Tailwind as well. But yeah, we're going to outspeed every single thing on his team. Like, there's nothing that's going to take this. We also are Terra Ghost on this, which this was my pick for Terra this week. So what do you want to go into? I didn't have to Terra there, so I don't know if I'm going to end up needing the Electric Terra. I don't think I am, just because then that makes me weak to ground moves from the Mamoswine. So I think Moltres is not going to end up being our Terra choice this time around. But yeah, now we don't have to worry about guessing booster and stuff, because so many times I would click Poltergeist and then forget that that the item was gone. You don't live anything, do you? Let's assume you're Scarfed. I'm at +1. Terra Ghost. Poltergeist, it's got a chance. Poltergeist does 60 to 71. It is definitely possibly in range. Do I go for it, or do I just go back into KFC and try again? I don't have a better switch in, really. But yeah, Poltergeist does 60 to 71, but that's also assuming no bulk. I'm going to go back into KFC because that's a little safer. Because I assume you just click Dark Pulse here. Let's see if we can kind of get a feel for how much you do here. That's not Specs. That is most likely going to be Scarfed. I'm going to Tailwind again. Alright, fishing for... Cool. Yeah, a lot of the games that he's won on hacks. And he might just do it again. I click Roost here. I should live one more. And he crits me. Cool. Cool. Great. Oh my gosh. That is so dumb. That is so dumb. Last week, there were some hacks that I got crit on my Moltres last week too, and that caused me to lose. And so now that's going to end up probably happening again. You go Miss Magius here. I bet you do. Empoleon? No, this is going to take a lot. Chople? Okay. I mean, surely you don't take Chople into another one if I hit. We expected Chople. Yeah, I mean, if he's Spadef, which, well, we can find out. If he's Chople, does 27 to 32. That seems like a little bit more, right? That looks like a little bit more. Do I risk it? I think I risk it. Can I hit another Focus Blast? I can. Yeah, you're not fully Spadef, so that's gone. The flinch into the crit, man. The flinch into the crit. That's so bad. That's so bad. Because otherwise, I had... otherwise I was completely free there to take everything out with that. That's just unfortunate. I could have risked it, but I mean, there's no way that Bramble lived that, and I don't think it would have quite KO'd. I think it would have just come like barely out of range. So yeah, that's really disappointing. That's really disappointing. Yeah, you go Miss Magius. Makes sense. I cannot stay in here. And I no longer have a special wall. So that's nice. Sneak from Bramble still does 76 to 90. So, I mean, if I can get a decent amount of damage off, then that's fine. I'll go into this. And we will see what happens. Calm Mind again. Okay. I mean, so you're clearly not Scarfed since you're Calm Mind. So, which I should have picked up on that earlier. But I'm just going to click Knock here. He might think I'm fully special. Maybe, because I've clicked Power Gem and I was max special attack. So this may not KO just because Miss Magius is... Well, actually, it's really not bulky on the physical side, is it? No, it's special bulk. And it's gone. Okay. Yeah, he probably thinks I'm special, which is fair. That's a fair assumption. Miss Magius is gone. Okay. Miss Magius is gone. Zapdos is gone. Empoleon's gone. So we've got Glamora, Mammo, and Hydreigon. So if I can hit enough Focus Blasts, Monkey actually has the potential to sweep here. Everything is weak to fighting now. So, do we have a win condition? Yes. However, it is 3 70% accurate moves. I don't like those odds. I really don't like those odds. I think well, you're probably Terra Grass. At least that's what I would expect most of the time. Man, it'd been nice if I'd already Terra'd here. What do I do? I'm naturally faster than this, and I'm running dang near max speed, aren't I? Yeah, I'm really close to max speed. So unless you're Scarfed for some reason, you don't outspeed me. which is possible, I guess, but I'm also a dark type right now, so I don't think there's anything you can really do. I think I blow my Leaf Storm. He doesn't Terra, so this is neutral. The damage is fine, I guess. So yeah, we'll go ahead and blow our eject pack here. Just get some damage off. It's not too bad. So now... I don't want to take an Earth Power if he predicts that. Bramble is a lot more expendable. Yeah, if he Earth Powered there predicting Monkey, then it's pretty much over. Rock Polish, that's not good. That's really not good. Okay, so... Glimmora. So now he's definitely faster than everything. Although he is in Poltergeist range. So I think we Terra Ghost here. And we Poltergeist and just hope. If you're Terra Grass, does that make a difference? No, it doesn't. This is what we're going to go for. So we're going to go ahead and Terra. We go first, so that means he did not Terra. Because he would have Terra'd first. And we get off our Terra Ghost. We finally get to bring Terra Brambleghast. I'm super excited about that. That gets rid of our weakness to Dazzling Gleam. We should live that. Yep, we do. Poltergeist. Expert Belt. Okay, interesting. This should KO. It does. Bramble takes down the Glimmora. Cool. So now it's down to Mammo and Hydreigon. I mean, Hydreigon comes in here pretty free, right? But I just follow up with Monkey, and then the Toxic Spikes don't make a difference. So that's fine. I can just click Shadow Sneak here just for a little bit of chip. Just for a little bit of chip. This thing doesn't really do a whole lot anymore. Yep, that does 0. Yeah, just take me out with Dark Pulse. That's fine. I don't really need this anymore. Although, how much does Dark Pulse? I wonder. I mean, I have to go Monkey here regardless to take away the spikes. But how good is late game? How good is late game Hatterene is what I'm wondering. So do I need to click Focus Blast here? That's the question. That is the question, and I don't know because I could Parting Shot out. Sludge Wave does 57, so if you're no bulk, which that's a little bit of wiggle room there. So I click that so I don't have to risk the miss. I live on 3. Monkey, you're a beast. Monkey, you're an absolute beast. Let's go, Monkey Dory. Oh my gosh. I guess I did. Oh, because I'm modest, he's timid. I'm stupid. Yeah, I'm dumb. I definitely deserved to go down there. Oh my goodness. If this thing has Ice Shard, I go down anyway. Is it worth saving this? We scout for Ice Shard. And this might break a Sash if he has a Sash. He's not. He doesn't have it. Toxic Chain? No. Trailblaze? Okay. Actually, that might be okay. That might be okay. So you're clearly not, like, choice banded. We can go Hatterene here, right? Hatterene on a Mammo. You can't KO us with anything. And I can Trick Room. And then at you're at +1 speed. How's Meowscarada looking? Without Tailwind, you are slower, assuming he even Adamant is slower. So we go... Yeah, we go this. We live any... Yeah, we live anything. Since he is unboosted in attack. And we click Trick Room. Maybe. Icicle Spear. I should live that. I didn't calc for that, but I should live that. Even loaded dice, it does less than half. So that's fine. Yeah, loaded dice, so he gets 5. That's fine. We get Trick Room off here. And so your Trailblaze means nothing to me. And I click Draining Kiss here just to get some health back. And then I take another one. Yeah, I click Draining Kiss here. I don't think that quite will KO, but maybe a Psyshock will after this. Because Psyshock does a little bit more. Yeah, I should live this, barring maybe a crit. But Meow is going to be slower anyway, so we should win. Got 4 that time. That's fine. All right, and then into the Psyshock. Psyshock should be able to KO this unless he's got a little bit of bulk in there, which he might. I don't know. It doesn't. Let's go. We take down the undefeated team with our cheese. Even though, listen, even though we got flinched into crit, we were able to take that. That's a huge win. That is an absolutely huge win. Gengar has an insane team. I'm sorry. Gengar has an absolutely insane team. And prep for this was so difficult. I just want you to know, prep for this team is so difficult, and he's a good player. He plays really hard. He brings good prep, but luckily today we were able to prevail. So I am super pumped about that. If you guys enjoyed this battle, again, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my opponent, all of those things. And until next time, stay safe out there, stay healthy. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.